Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have something new and exciting for review. We're taking a look at the FN 509 Tactical. Here it is in FDE, and I can't wait to get down up close, go into detail about this thing, let you guys know a couple of the specs, some of the details, the price, and what I thought of it. Let's get right into it. Just real quick, guys, I wanted to throw in there, if you stick around to the end of the video, there is a little bit of shooting footage. It's not a lot, but there's something in there for you guys if you want to see this thing in action. So make sure you stick around to the very end to catch that shooting footage. You won't regret it. Pretty sweet shots. Thanks, guys. All right, here we are with the FN 509 Tactical. As soon as you make it home with your big cardboard box, rip that thing open, this is what you're gonna find. It is an FDE canvas bag. This thing is a sweet little carrying case, nice touch. They didn't have to do this, but they decided to, and I like it. Check it out, it's got these stitch handles on both sides. This thing's gonna handle some decent amount of weight, which is very cool. But who cares, let's rip this thing open and see what it comes with. First thing you'll notice, you have a zipper pouch up here on top. This is where your instructions, your slide lock, all that good stuff will come. You don't have to keep it in there, you can do whatever you want with it. Some people I've seen put their firearm in there when storing this thing or carrying it around. What does come in there though, let's go through that stuff just to be thorough. First of all, you're gonna see your manual and a couple information cards to be expected. After that, being that it is a 509 Tactical, it does come with that threaded barrel. It does give you the option to throw a suppressor on or a compensator. Some people find the need to use this or actually require this if the slide isn't reciprocating. It's come with a silver one pre-installed. They include a yellow one, which is awesome. Something you don't have to worry about if you do plan on suppressing this thing. This will take care of it. You don't have to add anything or spend any more money. After that, it does have multiple micro red dot mounting system. And here are the plates that it comes with and the different hardware that you will need to install almost any available micro red dot, which is super cool, very well organized. I like the look of this thing. Thank you for being thorough, FN. Also, it comes with an additional back strap. It comes with two back straps, the small and the medium. I don't see a need for anything larger. I will be replacing it though with this small one. The medium is pre-installed, but if you do need a large, I'm sure you can find one out there somewhere. Also, before I forget, it does have their FN Optics mounting system instructions, which is awesome. This thing is huge. It makes a big difference. It has the most common micro red dots listed here and the hardware that is required, that is included, and which ones to use with each red dot, which is super cool. Makes your job a lot easier. Thank you again to FN. Next thing you'll notice is this thing does come with 3 magazines. Great touch. It has 2 24-round magazines, a 117 round with the matching base plate. Last but not least, we have the FN 509 Tactical itself. Let's check this thing out. Let's make sure we are cleared here. No magazine, nothing in the chamber. This firearm is cleared. So the FN 509 Tactical comes in at 7.9 inches long, 5.56 inches tall, 1.35 inches wide. All that together comes out to 27.9 ounces without any ammunition loaded in this guy. Top of that, we have a 4.5 inch threaded barrel. I'm sure you noticed this guy over here. I did mention it a second ago. The thread protector does have a built-in O-ring recessed inside, which is awesome. So when you're shooting this thing, you don't have to worry about that thing backing itself off and that O-ring falling out, being that it is recessed. It would actually take some pretty decent amount of work to get that thing out. Moving to the top here, you notice that it does come pre-installed with suppressor height sights. This is the Trijicon 3-dot system with tritium vials inserted. Very nice setup. Another thing you'll notice here are these wings. This is what FN is referring to as their sight wings. This is actually part of the cover plate for the mounting system if you're not running a micro red dot or anything up there. That it looks kind of funny, but with it, I don't know, I kind of dig it. Gives it a little bit different look. They claim that this is to protect rear sight alignment. And I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't bother me. You'll have to decide what you think about it on your own. Here on the rear side, it also does have these cuts built in for anti-glare. Those will cast their own little shadow and keep it from glaring back at you during the daytime. Here on the side wings, you also see that it's serrated in the front. Very cool for your own creative racking. You can use a wall, your belt, your boot, whatever you see fit. But that was a nice touch, so you're not damaging your sight. And they gave you a little something extra there. If you do see the slide down here though, you do notice these slide serrations, which are very prominent. Very good looking, very tasteful, nothing over the top. I'd say they're pretty well done. Also, something that FN has actually patented is this guy right here. It is their recessed micro red dot mounting system. So it does provide a lower profile mounting setup, so your optics sits a little bit lower on here. I thought that was very cool. You want it to kind of be a streamlined look. I mean, we're all looking for functionality here, but in the end, form does not hurt. So if this thing's looking good, we're all a little bit happier. So thank you for that. FN claims that this can accept 10 plus different micro red dots on top, which is pretty cool. This thing can handle just about anything that you think you might want to purchase and throw on there. Very nice for anybody out there that likes to explore different options. Let's go ahead and take this thing down first. Let's make sure we're clear. Nothing in the barrel. No magazine. We're going to drop the takedown lever. Release the slide. Pull the trigger. Let it slide forward, and there you go. Let's take the spring out here. Take the thread protector off the barrel, or else it's not going anywhere. And there you have it. This is a cold hammer forged stainless steel barrel. Has a normal wear and tear you'd expect after a few hundred rounds. Does have a super polished feed ramp here. That was very clean. I do like that quite a bit. After one cleaning, it shined right back up like new. 1 in 10 twist rate to the right. And if you take a look in here, everything else looks pretty clean, pretty well built. Let's get this thing back together. We'll take a look at a few more little features on here. All right, so let's take a look at this trigger. As you can tell, it does have that hinge style trigger, which I am not the biggest fan of in the world, but this thing isn't bad. FN claims that this pulls between 5.5 and 7.5 pounds. I noticed it to be a little bit heavy. Some people say that they average around 6 pounds with the pull test, but I will tell you that I do notice that this thing is pretty heavy, so let's check it out. Very little take up here. We find a very cleanly defined wall. Breakthrough, nice and heavy break, but it is crisp. Do a reset, and there it is. So moving on from the trigger, another thing you'll notice here is it does have a 1913 mil-spec Picatinny rail. That's for your lights, lasers, grenade launchers, anything like that, all the good stuff. And lastly, the textured grip. This thing is very aggressively textured. It looks more aggressive than it feels. It is pretty smooth. I don't mind it at all. Again, the only thing that I would change about it is this back strap. I'm going to be throwing that little bit smaller one on there. It's a little bit more comfortable for me and my hands. So that's it for the up and close. Let's head back up, talk a little bit more about this thing, and I'll see you there. Something else I forgot to mention in the up and close is that this thing is fully ambidextrous out of the box. A lot of companies come with a mag release that can be flip-flopped to either side if you're left-handed or right-handed. This one comes with it fully capable of doing both. No adjustment needed, both sides work, as well as the slide lock is also fully ambidextrous. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is the FN 509 Tactical. Those are all the specs and details. All in all, I'd say this thing is great. I really do enjoy this. I'm happy with my purchase. One of the biggest drawbacks to this and thing that people are avoiding it over is the price. This is on the pricier side. This guy comes in around $900 at local stores. MSRP is just over $1,000, but I don't think you'll ever see that price if you're purchasing it at a local store. But you definitely get what you pay for. I definitely say this was worth the money. With all the little features that this thing comes with, you're getting your money's worth out of it. It was a ton of fun to shoot. I shot about 300 rounds through it. I will include a little bit of that footage in here so you can see. I would say it shoots pretty flat, and it was just overall a treat to shoot. Some of my gripes with this thing would probably be the trigger. It's on the heavy side. It's not the end of the world. I will be replacing it just because that's something that I like to do to some of my guns. But here it is with the 24 round magazine. This thing looks pretty good. Let's try the 17 round flush mount. If you're gonna be concealing it, this is probably the way you're gonna go. A little bit lower profile. But all in all, like I said, it's a great gun. This was put out with the M17 6-hour P320 M17, M18, as well as the Glock 19X and a Beretta up for a military contract. This is not the one that won. I believe the M17, M18 won that contract, but we were lucky enough to benefit from those offerings, and this is one of them. And I'm really happy with this purchase. I was able to hold the 17 and the 18, M17 and the M18 before purchasing this, although they were about $400 cheaper. This one definitely felt better in my hand, and I don't regret this purchase. So if you guys are considering checking these guys out, I recommend you go put one in your hand. If your local shop will let you shoot it, definitely try that out first.
so you can get a good feel for this thing. The decision was easy for me though. The grip texture is up for conversation, and with these guys, a lot of people like to talk about it because it is quite an aggressive grip texture. But I will tell you that it looks a lot more aggressive than it feels. It's a lot more smooth. I think it's more for looks than it is for texture. I mean, you do feel it. It is unique, but it's soft. Everything's kind of rounded off. I would not be upset if they included this texture throughout. But I like it the way it is. I'm not going to complain about that. The ambidextrous mag release and slide lock aren't bad at all. They haven't caused an issue for me. Some people claim that does cause issues for them with their grip. They'll drop the magazine while shooting. I haven't had that problem. But all in all, like I said, quality choice, comes with all the little upgrades and stuff that you might consider doing on your own. So if that's something you might be interested in, I definitely think you're going to like this firearm. So go give it a look. Go check it out. Last but not least, please click subscribe just down below, the big rectangle button. Also consider hitting that bell so that you're notified whenever I post something new. We'll have a couple new videos coming up very soon. If you have any questions or comments, or if you just hate this thing or absolutely love it, comment down below. Make sure you let me know so I know what you guys are looking at and thinking about. Also, please slap a like on this video. That really does help get these videos out there so that more people can check them out. If you guys have any other suggestions for new firearms that you think I should be testing out and showing you guys, please let me know. I am open to hearing those. I've already had one suggestion for the CZ P10C, which I'm currently trying to get my hands on. As soon as I do, you guys will be the first to see it. So thanks for clicking on the video, guys. I hope to see you guys again soon. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, again, slap a like down below. It really does help. See you later, guys.